Imagine walking through life unscathed by the biting words and unkind actions of others. Picture yourself with an unshakable confidence, undeterred by any form of disrespect. We often let the negativity of others penetrate our peace, but what if I told you there's a way to become immune to it? A way to not only handle disrespect gracefully, but also turn it into a tool for personal growth. This wisdom, hidden in the ancient teachings of Stoicism, is what we are going to unravel today. This isn't just about handling disrespect. It's about transforming your life and the way you perceive the world. So stay with us, because we are about to embark on a journey that could significantly change your outlook on life. You definitely won't want to miss this. Let's delve into our first strategy, understanding the source of disrespect. Now, this is easier said than done, isn't it? It's instinctive for us to take offense when we are disrespected. We tend to perceive such actions as direct attacks on our persona or worth. However, if we take a step back and look at it from a broader perspective, we can see that these actions often come from the other person's insecurities, ignorance, or personal struggles. Think of the last time you felt disrespected. Was it a derogatory comment from a colleague, a dismissive behavior from a friend, an insulting gesture from a stranger? Now, what if I told you that it wasn't about you at all, that you were just collateral damage in their internal battleground? Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, advised turning the mirror back at these individuals. He suggested that we should view them as teachers, not tormentors. They may be teaching us patience, tolerance, empathy, or perhaps they're unwittingly pointing out aspects we need to work on ourselves. For instance, let's say you have a colleague who consistently undermines your contributions during meetings. Instead of seething in anger or feeling belittled, consider what their behavior is teaching you. Perhaps it's an opportunity for you to cultivate resilience, develop your assertiveness, or improve your communication skills so that your ideas are conveyed more convincingly. Rather than personalizing their disrespect, use it as a stepping stone for your personal growth. By doing so, you not only disarm their offense, but you turn a negative situation into a positive one for yourself. However, it's important to note that understanding the source doesn't mean accepting continual disrespect. It's about gaining the insight to respond appropriately, protecting your peace, and promoting personal growth. After all, as Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In the grand tapestry of life, every thread, be it respect or disrespect, has a role to play. It's up to us to decide how we let it weave into our personal growth. Remember, no one can belittle you without your permission. Following the understanding of disrespect, we now transition into a more hands-on approach, the practice of indifference. Now, indifference here doesn't mean to be uncaring or unresponsive. It's not about building walls around us or becoming emotionally numb. Instead, it's about consciously choosing where we invest our emotional energy. Do we let a stranger's rude comment ruin our day, or do we decide that their opinion bears no weight on our self-worth? This is indifference in the context of Stoicism. It's the ability to discern between what deserves our emotional investment and what doesn't. Don't be mistaken, this isn't an easy feat. It requires a deep level of self-awareness and constant practice. But once mastered, it is an incredibly powerful tool that can significantly improve our emotional well-being. It's like developing an invisible shield that deflects unnecessary negativity. Think of it this way: we often give other people and situations the power to dictate our mood and our day. A rude comment here, a stressful situation there, and before we know it, our day is ruined. But when we practice indifference, we reclaim that power. We decide that we will not allow external factors to disturb our internal peace. Epictetus once said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." This statement beautifully encapsulates the essence of practicing indifference. It's about understanding that our thoughts and reactions to situations hold more power over our happiness than the situations themselves. In practice, this means instead of getting upset the next time your neighbor plays loud music, you choose to remain calm. You decide that you will not let it disturb your peace. This does not mean that you do nothing about it, but it means that even as you address the issue, you do so from a place of calm and not agitation. Mastering this strategy won't happen overnight. It takes practice, but over time, you'll find that your emotional landscape becomes less volatile. Small inconveniences no longer disrupt your day, and your overall happiness increases. And as we learn to practice indifference, we also set the stage for the next strategy, focusing on our reactions. Building on the foundation of understanding the source of disrespect and exercising indifference, we move forward to the third Stoic strategy, which is centered around our reactions. It's a universally acknowledged truth that we cannot control the actions and behaviors of others. Yet, we often find ourselves agitated, annoyed, or upset by the actions of those around us. Isn't it a paradox? We know we can't control others, but we allow their actions to control our emotions. Epictetus, a sage philosopher, taught that it's not the situation itself, but our reaction to it that often causes us distress. When faced with disrespect, it's common to react impulsively, letting our emotions dictate our response. We may lash out, hold grudges, or even resort to retaliation. However, Epictetus suggests a different approach, one that gives us the power to dictate how we're affected by any given situation. Imagine someone makes a derogatory remark about your work. It's easy to feel offended, hurt, or even angry. But according to Epictetus, the remark itself isn't causing these feelings, it's your reaction to it that is. If you attach importance to the remark, you give it power over your emotions. On the other hand, if you detach from it, understanding that it's just an opinion and not a fact, you can maintain your equilibrium. By controlling our reactions, we can save ourselves from a lot of unnecessary distress. This doesn't imply that you should ignore disrespect or let people walk all over you. Instead, it's about choosing your battles wisely, knowing when to take a stand and when to let go. At the end of the day, no one should have the power to disrupt your peace of mind unless you allow them to. This approach requires practice, patience, and mindfulness. But once you master it, you'll find yourself more emotionally stable, less affected by negativity, and generally happier. You'll be able to navigate through life's ups and downs with much grace and resilience, turning every adversity into an opportunity for growth. Remember, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that really matters. As we move further along this transformative journey, let us delve deeper into the essence of self-respect. One of the most powerful teachings of Epictetus is the significance of cultivating an inherent respect for oneself. Why is this so important, you wonder? Well, when you respect yourself, the disrespect from others loses its power over you. Think of self-respect as an invisible shield that you carry, which deflects negativity away from you. It's a profound understanding and acceptance of your inherent worth, and it doesn't fluctuate based on others' actions or opinions. This isn't about pride or arrogance. It's about knowing your worth, cherishing your values, and standing firm in your beliefs. Now imagine living in a state of self-respect. When someone disrespects you, instead of letting it pierce your heart, it simply bounces off your shield of self-respect. The insult or negative behavior no longer has the power to hurt you because you know it's not a reflection of your worth. Cultivating self-respect requires practice. It's about consistently choosing yourself, even when others choose not to. It's about setting boundaries and not allowing anyone to cross them. It's about self-care and self-love, affirming your worth to yourself every single day. With self-respect, you accept nothing less than dignity and kindness from others. And remember, self-respect is contagious. When you respect yourself, others begin to respect you as well. You set the standard for how you wish to be treated. If you're disrespected in any situation, your self-respect will guide you to either address the issue or distance yourself from it because you know you deserve better. Now, before we move on to the next strategy, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button. By doing so, you're not just subscribing to a channel, but embarking on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. So, hit subscribe and continue this journey with us as we explore more transformative strategies. Following on from our previous point, we find ourselves immersed in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism as we explore the fifth strategy, the use of reason. Reason, in the Stoic philosophy, acts as our governing function, our internal compass guiding us through the tumultuous seas of life. It is our ability to separate our emotional reactions from our logical responses. When confronted with disrespect, we often find our emotions flaring. We feel hurt, insulted, or angry, and it's natural to want to react impulsively. But Stoicism encourages us to pause, to take a moment to reason before we respond. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized the use of reason in dealing with life's challenges. He taught us that it's not events themselves that distress us, but our interpretation and reaction to them. When someone disrespects us, it is our interpretation of their action that determines our response. Take, for instance, a scenario where a colleague harshly criticizes your work. It's easy to feel upset or defensive. However, using reason, you might realize this criticism, though delivered disrespectfully, could have some truth to it. It could be an opportunity for growth, to enhance your skills or improve your work. On the other hand, it might be baseless, a projection of your colleague's insecurities or frustrations. In either case, using reason helps you respond constructively, preventing the situation from escalating and preserving your peace of mind. Remember, the goal is not to suppress our emotions. They are a fundamental part of our human experience, but rather, we aim to manage them effectively, to not allow them to control us. This is where reason becomes our ally, helping us navigate the rough waters of disrespect with grace and poise. So, the next time you find yourself in the face of disrespect, take a deep breath, step back, and engage your faculty of reason. This exercise of rational judgment will not only help you handle the situation more effectively, but also contribute to your personal growth and resilience. Building on our previous discussion, let's consider the sixth strategy, which is indeed a distinctive and profound one. It revolves around the concept of seeking harmony, a principle that forms the bedrock of Stoic philosophy. Harmony, in essence, emphasizes the need to maintain a balance in all aspects of life, and particularly in dealing with disrespect. This doesn't mean passively accepting or ignoring disrespect, but rather it refers to managing such situations in a way that maintains peace and promotes understanding. To put this into context, let's imagine a scenario where a close family member disrespects your life choices. Your instinct might be to defend yourself aggressively, which could lead to a heated argument and strained relations. However, the Stoic approach challenges us to react differently. Instead of fueling the fire of disagreement, it encourages us to promote a peaceful conversation. This involves expressing your feelings and thoughts clearly and calmly, while also making a genuine effort to understand the other person's perspective. Such an approach can not only diffuse a volatile situation, but also build bridges of mutual respect and understanding. This is harmony in its truest form. The beauty of seeking harmony is that it transforms potentially destructive situations into learning experiences. It helps you develop better communication skills, patience, and empathy. Over time, these new skills will seep into other areas of your life, improving your relationships, your professional interactions, and your general outlook on life. This strategy is not about winning or losing an argument. It's about reaching a state of equilibrium that benefits all parties involved. It's about creating a harmonious environment where everyone feels heard and respected. In conclusion, seeking harmony is not just a strategy, it's a lifestyle choice. It's a commitment to understanding and collaboration over conflict. Once you master this art, you will notice a significant shift in the way you handle disrespect and other challenging situations in life. ****7. Value your inner state over external events. ****. Following on from our exploration of harmony, Epictetus had a powerful insight to share. He taught us to place more value on our inner state and less on external events. According to him, our peace of mind and tranquility shouldn't hinge on the words or actions of others. This majorly ties into the Stoic philosophy that we can't and shouldn't attempt to control everything. When we take a step back, we realize how frequently we let external circumstances dictate our mood and sense of self-worth. Someone's disrespectful comment has the power to ruin our day, or a slight disregard can make us question our worth. Epictetus, however, urges us to flip this narrative. Example, Picture yourself at a social gathering where someone makes a dismissive remark about your career choices. In such a situation, we commonly feel a wave of embarrassment, anger, or self-doubt. But if we were to implement Epictetus's strategy, we would instead view this as a test of our inner peace. We'd understand that our value is not tied to people's opinions, and their disrespect tells more about them than it does about us. By focusing on maintaining our inner peace and staying true to ourselves, we can navigate through life with a steady hand, unaffected by the storms of disrespect. This strategy empowers us to hold the reins of our emotional state, making us less susceptible to the ups and downs of the external world. Learning to value our inner state over external events is a transformative shift in perspective. It's a journey that requires continual practice and patience. However, the outcome is liberating. We not only learn to handle disrespect like a king, but also attain a profound sense of peace and personal power. Remember, the external world is ever-changing and unpredictable. Trying to control it is like trying to control the waves of the ocean. Instead, be the rock that remains steady despite the waves crashing against it. That's the true victory, the real king-like conduct that Epictetus encourages us to embody. Building on the previous point, let's delve into strategy number 8. Embrace the discipline of assent. Epictetus introduced the concept of the discipline of assent, a practice that emphasizes the importance of accepting situations and events as they are, rather than how we might wish them to be. It's about training the mind to assent, or agree with, the reality of what is happening in the present moment. This doesn't mean you have to agree with or accept the disrespect itself, but rather the fact that it is occurring. In the face of disrespect, we often resist, fight, or attempt to change the situation. However, this resistance only fosters frustration and pain. Instead, Epictetus encouraged us to view disrespect as an inevitable aspect of human interaction, to be acknowledged rather than disputed. By doing so, we remove the power it holds over us. Example. Let's assume that at your workplace, you're being disrespected due to a rumor about you. Your initial reaction might be to feel victimized and unfairly treated. You might wish to confront the instigator or try to convince everyone that the rumor is not true. But what if instead you simply assented to the reality that rumors are part and parcel of any social environment? This doesn't mean you agree with the rumor or find it acceptable, but you're merely acknowledging the fact that these situations can occur. By doing this, you're empowering yourself. You're choosing not to let the situation control your emotional well-being. Instead, you're taking control of your response, lessening the disrespect's impact on you. This approach frees you from the burden of trying to control things beyond your reach, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, your peace of mind. Embracing the discipline of assent also opens the door for empathy and understanding. When you accept that people may disrespect you based on their own perspectives or insecurities, you can respond from a place of understanding rather than anger. You begin to see that their disrespect tells more about them than it does about you. In conclusion, the discipline of assent is a powerful strategy that allows us to accept the realities of life, thereby reducing the power of disrespect and transforming our response to it. It provides us with emotional freedom and contributes significantly to our personal growth and peace of mind.